Welcome everyone to another edition of Autocar Quick News, your weekly roundup of all the launches, hot news and juicy scoops from the week gone by. But before we begin, do remember to hit the subscribe button and the bell icon to stay updated on all of our latest videos. This week, we begin with news about an upcoming midsize SUV. The segment has for long been dominated by the Hyundai Creta and is now seeing the Kia Seltos take over. However, Maruti Suzuki and Toyota are now working together to take the segment leaders on with a brand new, co-developed midsize SUV of their own. Maruti Suzuki has for long eyed a slice of the pie in the high volumes midsize SUV segment in India, and we can now confirm that its Creta and Seltos rival will be co-developed with Toyota. Maruti and Toyota's midsize SUVs will be built on Toyota Daihatsu's DNGA modular platform designed for emerging markets. The Toyota Raize, which is one of the first SUVs built on the platform, made its debut in Japan recently. However, while the Raize is under 4 meters in length, the midsize SUVs for India will be closer to 4.3 meters in length. Both SUVs will share their underpinnings but will wear different top hats, and styling will conform to their respective manufacturers' templates. There is no word on engine options for the moment, but a 1.5-litre petrol engine with mild hybrid technology could be on offer. And if Maruti and Toyota get their new SUV right, they could really shake up the midsize SUV segment. While there were no all-new cars launched this week, we did see the introduction of two facelifted models. Let's start with the Mercedes-Benz VClass Elite, which marks the introduction of the facelifted VClass in India. Having made its India debut earlier this year, the Mercedes-Benz V-Class now gets a range-topping Elite variant, which is based on the facelifted V-Class. Featuring a 6-seat layout, the V-Class Elite's party trick is what's in store for the middle-row passengers. Luxury seats with inbuilt ventilation, massage and memory functions replace standard captain seats, and buyers of the Elite can also opt for a massive sunroof. The V-Class Elite also features the BS6 compliant 2-litre diesel engine mated to a 9-speed automatic, and at Rs 1.1 crore is nearly Rs 30 lakh more expensive than the V-Class exclusive. Also launched this week is the facelifted Audi A4. The A4 Quicklift, as Audi calls it, is available solely with the 1.4-litre turbo petrol engine carried over from the pre-facelift car, and it gets a handful of cosmetic updates and a revised equipment list. Priced at Rs 42 lakh for the Premium Plus trim and Rs 45.55 lakh for the fully loaded technology trim, the A4 Quicklift will continue to battle it out with the new BMW 3 Series, Jaguar XE and the Mercedes-Benz C-Class. If you've been waiting for the launch of the all-new Jazz, we bring some bad news for you. Honda has decided against introducing the next-gen Jazz in India as there's simply no business case for it. On average, Honda sells 963 units of the current Jazz in India every month, a volume base that's too low to justify the huge investment needed to develop and localize the next-generation Jazz, which is a full model change. Built on an all-new platform, the new Jazz would end up being even costlier, and with no profitability in sight, Honda decided fairly early in the product planning stage to not introduce the 4th-gen Jazz in India. What this also means is that the current Jazz's life cycle is likely to be extended beyond 2020. But while the new Honda Jazz is not coming to India, what is coming is a brand new midsize SUV from Skoda, which will have a lot in common with the international spec Skoda Kamiq, which has been spotted in India for the very first time. In a nutshell, the Kamiq is Skoda's Hyundai Creta-sized SUV. However, the as yet unnamed Skoda SUV for India will be built on the Indianized MQB A0 in platform. In size, this SUV will measure between 4.2 meters to 4.3 meters in length, and it's expected to have a slightly longer wheelbase as well, in the interest of improved rear seat space. While the overall design will likely be similar to that of the international spec Kamiq, the Skoda SUV for India will get flashier styling cues and will be showcased at the Auto Expo 2020 in concept form ahead of its launch in 2021. Since it was launched earlier this year, the Mahindra XUV300 has quickly become one of the more popular compact SUVs around. Now, however, Mahindra has issued a recall for its newest compact SUV to address an issue with a faulty component. A specific batch of the XUV300, manufactured till May 19, 2019, is affected by this recall, which has been issued over a faulty suspension component. While Mahindra hasn't revealed the exact number of units affected, it has said that owners of the affected vehicles will be individually contacted and the replacement would be done free of charge. Speaking of popular SUVs, the Kia Seltos' fanbase continues to grow. Just 3 months on from its launch, Kia's midsize SUV has crossed the 25,000 unit sales milestone. With sales of 12,850 units in October, Kia has sold 26,640 units of the Seltos since it was launched in August. Not only does that mean that the Seltos was one of the best sales performers in India last month, but it also contributed an impressive 5.16% to Kia's global sales in October. At present, Kia claims to have over 60,000 bookings for the Seltos and is ramping up production at its Anantapur plant in Andhra Pradesh to meet the surging demand. Like every other car maker, Honda too is working on upgrading all of its existing models to meet BS6 emission norms, and its first BS6 compliant model will be the City, which is set to go on sale in the coming days. In BS6 spec, the City's 1.5-litre, 4-cylinder naturally aspirated petrol engine will generate the same 119 horsepower like the BS4 model. The variant lineup is expected to remain unchanged, and we expect the BS6 City to cost Rs 35,000 to 40,000 more than the BS4 version. A BS6 compliant City diesel is also expected to be launched sometime before April 2020. Jaguar's entry-level sedan, the XE, received a facelift internationally earlier this year, and this updated model is set to be launched in India next month. The XE facelift will sport sharper and more aggressive styling all around, and will also get a new dashboard layout with a digital instrument cluster, a larger touchscreen infotainment system, and another touchscreen unit for the climate control and seat functions. The India spec XE facelift is expected to carry forward its current petrol and diesel engines, but they will be upgraded to comply with BS6 emission norms. The XE facelift will renew its rivalry with the likes of the BMW 3 Series, Mercedes-Benz C-Class, and the recently updated Audi A4, and is expected to command a slight premium over the current model. If you've been looking to buy an Audi Q5 or Q7, we've got good news for you. To commemorate the 10th anniversary of both SUVs in India, Audi has slashed prices of both SUVs for a limited period of time. Under the celebratory pricing scheme, the starting price for the Q5 petrol and diesel has been brought down to Rs 49.99 lakh, a reduction of Rs 5.9 lakh. The Q7 petrol is now on offer from Rs 68.9 lakh, which is a reduction of close to Rs 5 lakh, while the diesel is now available from Rs 71.99 lakh, which is a little over Rs 6 lakh less than the original price. And while we're on the subject of lower car prices, here's a quick look at some of the best discounts available right now on a number of cars and SUVs. Hyundai is offering discounts of Rs 1 lakh on the Creta and Rs 1.25 lakh on the XN, with Toyota offering up to Rs 70,000 off on the Fortuner, and Honda handing out Rs 70,000 off on the City, Rs 2.5 lakh off on the Civic, and Rs 5 lakh off on the CR-V. While many of these discounts sure look tempting, do remember that these will vary depending on the region and dealer. On the two-wheeler front, it's Hero MotoCorp with the sole launch of the week. The Splendor iSmart has become Hero's first BS6 compliant model, launched at Rs 64,900. The BS6 Splendor iSmart is marginally less powerful than the BS4 model, but it has 10% more torque. It's got a new diamond frame, a longer wheelbase, and increased ground clearance. As standard, the iSmart comes with a disc brake at the front and a drum brake at the rear, as well as a brighter headlight. The BS6 model commands a premium of Rs 7,470 over the outgoing model. It's that time of the year again. The 2019 edition of EICMA is underway, and a truckload of new motorcycles have been unveiled, including one that India has been looking forward to for a long time. The much-awaited KTM 390 Adventure finally made its world premiere at EICMA 2019, and by the looks of it, promises to offer everything an entry-level adventure bike buyer would be looking for. The 390 Adventure is a more off-road oriented version of the 390 Duke, and uses the same 373.2cc single-cylinder engine, making 44 horsepower and 37 Nm of torque, while also packing in a switchable traction control system and adjustable suspension. Expect the KTM 390 Adventure's price to be around the Rs 3 lakh mark when it's launched at India Bike Week in December 2019. Also revealed at EICMA 2019 were the Hero Extreme 1R concept, which previews the design direction for future Extreme Series bikes from Hero. The Aprilia RS660 and Tuono 660, Harley-Davidson's Pan America Adventure Tourer and Bronx Street Fighter, Benelli's Leoncino 800, Suzuki's all-new V-Strom 1050, and the updated Kawasaki Z900. For a detailed look at all of these motorcycles, check out our top 10 bikes at EICMA 2019 story on www.autocarindia.com. And that brings us to the end of this week's Quick News section. Don't forget to tell us what your highlight of this week was, which bike unveiled at EICMA 2019 is your favorite, what are your expectations from Maruti and Toyota's midsize SUV, and what you think of this video. Let us know your thoughts in the comments. We'll see you here again next week.